Every year, we see a new crop of young talent begin their journeys in professional basketball, and based on where they are drafted, all of these rookies come in with varying levels of expectations. Obviously, the number 1 pick is usually expected to be a star in the making, but all of the players drafted in the lottery are still expected to be the cream of the crop from that draft class. We're now 1 month into the careers of these players, so for today's video, we're going to be going through every player drafted in the lottery of the 2025 NBA draft, and we'll be giving them a grade based on their performance compared to their expectations. Before we start though, it turns out a good amount of you watching right now aren't even subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the content, consider hitting the subscribe button, as not only does it help out a ton, but it also very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. Starting things off with the number 1 pick, Cooper Flagg of the Dallas Mavericks, the grade for his first month in the NBA is a B+. Flagg was viewed as the prize of this year's draft class, and has been hyped up as such for years, so the Mavericks are definitely blessed to have won the lottery, because not a whole lot else is going right for them at the moment. With that being said though, Flagg has definitely been good, but he's not dominating out of the gate, sitting above the rest of the pack, so I couldn't give him a grade in the A range for a number 1 pick. Scoring-wise, he's definitely flashed plenty of impressive stretches, as a slasher getting to the rim and embracing the physicality that comes with that style of play in the NBA, plus on defense, he's already making his presence felt, generating 2 steals plus blocks per game as well, but there have also been quite a few outings where he's just gotten lost in the crowd and struggles to assert himself, including his 2-point game against the Thunder. His jumper still needs work, and his ability to separate and create on his own on offense is still a work in progress, but he's a very well-rounded two-way player already, and will only get better and better from here. Next up is number 2 pick Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs, and the grade for his first month is a B. Harper is another player that very much has all-star upside in this class, and right away helped fill in for an injured De'Aaron Fox masterfully, peaking with a 20-point 8-assist game against the Brooklyn Nets, playing very poised and under control, running the offense, and letting things come to him instead of trying to force the issue. He scored in double figures in every game that he's played so far while coming off the bench, and with the Spurs coming out of the gate red hot as a group, it was awesome to see him contributing to some winning basketball from day one. But then, unfortunately, in his 6th game, he suffered an injury that is expected to hold him out for another few weeks. I hate when injuries shut down the progress of great young talents like this, but we now need to see how he recovers before making any further judgments. Next up is 3rd pick VJ Edgecombe of the Philadelphia 76ers, and the grade for his first month is an A-. Edgecombe exploded onto the scene in his debut, scoring the 3rd most points in a rookie debut in NBA history, dropping 34 points on the Boston Celtics. So off rip, it was a huge pleasant surprise to see him look more NBA ready than anyone anticipated, but admittedly, since that point he has cooled off quite a bit and has come back down to reality. If he kept that level of play around where it was in the first few games, he would have been the easiest A+ grade ever, but in reality, teams have started to adjust, as they always do, and some of Edgecombe's weaknesses have become a bit more prevalent. His strengths are still very strong though, as he's already a force in transition, keeping defenses off balance, attacking the rim with explosive athleticism, and his 3-point shot has been a lot better than initially advertised as a prospect coming out of Baylor. He's averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, which is as good as any rookie's production so far this year, but he is going to need to continue to improve as a creator on the ball if he wants to consistently get to the level that he showed he can be at in his debut. Next is 4th pick Kon Knueppel of the Charlotte Hornets, and the grade for his first month is an A+. Knueppel, without any shred of a doubt, has been the best rookie so far this season. It's still early, but he has exceeded most people's expectations and plays like an 8-year veteran out there already. Most of the doubts about his game as a prospect came because of his supposed lack of athleticism, but he overcomes that with his masterful body control and footwork in the paint, and he consistently still gets to the rim and finishes because of those attributes. He's also an absolute sharpshooter and is making more threes per game than any rookie rookie in NBA history through 1 month of play, while making them at a 40% clip. Kon Knueppel is leading all rookies in scoring, averaging about 18 points per game. He's dropped 30 points or more twice already, he's scored 20 or more points 6 times, and he's also not just a scorer, as someone who just always seems to make the right decision as a passer at the right time as well. I was incredibly high on Kon Knueppel in the pre-draft process, and he's even exceeding my early expectations of him. He should be the leader for the Rookie of the Year race right now, but over on BetOnline, you can still grab him with over 2-to-1 odds to win the award, so if you agree that Kon Knueppel will be the best rookie this season, then that's the place to go take advantage of that. Up next is 5th pick Ace Bailey of the Utah Jazz, and the grade for his first month is a C+. Bailey's rookie season started incredibly slowly, with the Jazz actually shocking folks, winning a few games out of the gate looking competitive, and because of that, Ace Bailey's inconsistent rookie play wasn't really their focus. His shot wasn't falling early on, and he was playing sparingly off the bench, but then Walker Kessler went down with an injury, the Jazz started to lose again, and Bailey has worked his way back into being a priority through both the opening for front court minutes and his much improved play over the last few games. Bailey's biggest appeal as a prospect was his talent as a pure shot maker, and the Jazz have been using him masterfully as a spot-up shooter, an off-ball cutter, and a movement scorer, putting him in positions to take advantage of his strengths, without letting him play too much into his weakness as a creator on the ball. Overall, his production isn't great scoring-wise right now, at about 8 points per game, shooting just 30% from 3, but he's been getting better and better with each passing game, and by the halfway mark of the season, I would expect his production and this grade to improve accordingly. Next is 6th pick Trey Johnson of the Washington Wizards, and the grade for his first month is a B. Johnson will be an impactful volume scorer for a long time in the NBA, but like all volume scoring combo guards, the early output has been incredibly up and down as he gets used to the level of play and competition. His silky smooth pull-up jumper is already a weapon, and his natural feel for scoring the ball has continued to showcase itself night to night, but the intricacies of the rest of the game have been slower to acclimate to for him, and his role is fluctuating a bit because of it. He's not a very good defender right now, and he's not much of a playmaker for others either, so while he has had a few strong scoring nights, he also still has a lot to learn. Next is 7th pick Jeremiah Fears of the New Orleans Pelicans, and the grade here is a B+. Fears was someone I was honestly expecting to take a while to adjust to the NBA level at as a prospect, because in college, he was an electrifyingly fun player to watch, but he was also wildly erratic and inefficient. To my surprise though, he has taken over the starting point guard job in New Orleans, and while it's mostly due to a plethora of injuries at the position, he's done quite well with the opportunity, ranking 4th amongst all rookies in scoring, putting up about 15 points per game, and the fact that he's hovering around the league average mark in shooting efficiency is a plus in and of itself. He's one of the most naturally creative ball handling prospects who makes the game fun to watch for an otherwise disappointing Pelican squad. He's just definitely going to continue to need to try to cut down on his turnovers and gradually add strength over time to be able to hold his own more on defense. Next is 8th pick Egor Demin of the Brooklyn Nets, and the grade for his first month is a B-. He was the standout amongst the group of 5 first-round picks that the Nets selected in this year's draft, and after Cam Thomas went down with an injury, he stepped into the team's starting lineup and has been playing some gradually improving basketball. Overall, I still find myself lower on him than most, as he came in labeled as a 6'9" point guard, and he doesn't really have a strong enough handle at that size to truly be trusted as a primary ball handler or leader of an offense right now, and he's also not a good enough creator of his own shot off the dribble. He definitely has strong passing instincts, which is a rarity on this Nets team, allowing those traits to shine even further for him, and he's also been a much better spot-up shooter than advertised as well, knocking down 38% of his threes, but he also just makes 38% of his total shots, which is a result of struggling scoring inside the arc. Next is 9th pick Murray-Boyles of the Toronto Raptors, and the grade here for his first month is a B. Murray-Boyles really impresses me a lot as a defensive talent who comes in and just knows his role right away, battles as hard as anybody, has terrific discipline to not commit bad fouls, and can truly lock up against any matchup you throw him at. He's disruptive and active, and that's all you can ask for from a first-year guy getting his first taste of NBA action. Offensively, he's also been an all-around positive positive in the team's rotation, finishing strong in the paint, grabbing offensive rebounds, and even hitting the occasional three-point shot. The three ball is going to be the key to unlocking his true ceiling as a player, because that's always been a struggle for him historically, but his floor is also way higher than most rookies for his defensive impact alone, and the Raptors are already using him in a lot of different roles in their rotation. Next is 10th pick Khaman Maluach of the Phoenix Suns, and the grade for his first month is a D. Maluach was always expected to be a project of a pick, so he's not coming in as someone expected to dominate right away or even play consistently good basketball, but it is still disappointing that he's not even able to crack the Suns' rotation at all right now, playing pretty much strictly garbage time minutes up until this point. He's a long athletic center with a budding perimeter jumper who we're hoping to see blossom into a solid rim protector and floor spacer down the line, but that may be a few years away from becoming reality, because right now he is stuck at the end of the bench until further notice. Next is 11th pick Cedric Coward of the Memphis Grizzlies, and the grade for his first month is an A. He has easily been the best pick for value in the 2025 NBA draft, and on draft night the sentiment was completely flipped. Many labeled this selection as a reach at the time because Coward had very little experience playing against top competition, and he suffered an injury last year in college that limited him to just 9 games played, but now Memphis is reaping the rewards of taking a swing on talent that everyone else glossed over. Coward is an impressive wing standing at 6'6" with an incredibly long wingspan that he uses to play hounding defense with, and he is pretty much already playing like the perfect 3-and-D player with potential to be so much more. He's scoring 14 points per game, shooting 48% from the field and 41% from 3, and he's also grabbing 6 rebounds per game, doing all of this mostly off the bench. He took over the starting shooting guard role recently, and based on how well he's playing, that might be a permanent switch for the rest of the season for Memphis. Next is 12th pick Noah Essengue of the Chicago Bulls, and the grade here is an F. I was originally not going to grade him because he hasn't even made his NBA debut with the Bulls yet, and I would have just given him an NA for not applicable. But then I reconsidered because I only give those NA grades to those who can't play due to injury, and Essengue is not injured. He just hasn't been able to earn minutes yet, and that alone speaks volumes. The Bulls started the year hot, but we're not going to act like they're world beaters with an impossible rotation to crack. His biggest competition for minutes have been Isaac Okoro and Patrick Williams, who have both been cast aside at different points in their careers already. He's been assigned to the G League to get game time and has looked good in the games that he's played in general, but I still fully believe he'll be fine long term. But with all of that being said, I can't justify any other grade here given the circumstances of him not even being able to see the court. Next is 13th pick Derik Queen of the New Orleans Pelicans, and the grade for his first month is a B. Queen's been a heavily debated prospect throughout the entire process, but the one thing that has remained a constant with him is that he always finds a way to make an impact on the offensive end. Again, the Pelicans have been pretty bad to start the year, and injuries continue to mar them along the way, so Queen has been getting more minutes lately because of that, but he's already had some very strong performances showcasing everything he can be for a team's offense. He's a big man with incredible footwork and soft touch around the rim. He can attack you off the dribble if you play a slower defender on him, he's a threat in the mid-range, and he's really impressive as a passer for the position too. The defensive end will always be where his improvement needs to come, as he's a slow-footed center without much resistance provided in the paint as a rim protector, but all in all, he's still been very good early on. And finally, the 14th pick was Carter Bryant of the San Antonio Spurs, and the grade for his first month is a C-. Bryant came in as someone seen as the 3-and-D prototype, as a 6'8" wing player with a 7-foot wingspan who defends hard, knocks down threes, and doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. But the reality of what he is right now is still a ways away from living up to that label. He has struggled to crack the Spurs rotation so far, with the team breaking out as a contender in the Western Conference. He gets brief stretches of playing time here and there, usually in the 5-minute range or so, but offensively he is struggling, scoring just 2 points per game, hitting just 31% of his shots and 21% of his threes. Again, long term, it would be unwise to overreact to the slow start and make any rash judgments, but for now, he hasn't shown nearly enough to warrant a better grade than this. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you think of the rookies so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.